We acknowledge the presence of God in our midst. Special acknowledgement to the Minister of Trade and Economic Development, Honorable Kapilieli Lanmata, the guest of honor in today's event. Members of the Diplomatic Corps, His Excellency Brett Badley, Australian High Commissioner, and His Excellency Matthew Howell, New Zealand High Commissioner. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, malo elele and a warm welcome to you all. It is my privilege to welcome you to this momentous occasion, the handover ceremony of the Lapaha Packhouse HACCP certificate. This certification is not just a piece of paper. It is a testament to our continuous and our commitment to enhance food safety, quality assurance, and also international best practices in agricultural processing. Today we celebrate the hard work, dedication, and the collaborative efforts of all those who made this achievement possible. To start our program, let us begin with a word of prayer. I would like to invite Reverend Fekeila Fotofili Sautata Lapaha to please lead this event with the opening prayer.
Watapuke o tua mafiu kwa fio i tau rotangi. Kore ke u whanga atu he tala whakatapu ko a whaki e whakatau ke o polo kalamani. Tā mua e puke whangamari ko ni ke whaiha tau whawhetai mo a tau lotu. Tonga tu o ngā ue hokoroa ke whakamonu. Lotu ke he eiki maupe ke ne poupou ki he lotu. O malui atu pou. Tama tonga tu o maue hokoroa ke whakamon. Lotu ke he eiki maupe O malo e, o malo e, o malo e atu po. O malo e, o malo e, o malo e. Potfolofora au to mai ke whai ai ha tau whakalarau roto i he kātoanga au ku tau whaini he hoa tākuani. Ko e talano aia ki he whawhanga e sisua e toko ni māwhi. To oia me he kōsperi ko ngā tohia mātiu vai hong fulmani mā. Vai hong fulmā whā vesi hong fulmani mā. Mo e tohi ono tohi e sione wahe ono vese hon fulma ua. Ai o peheni hono lau. Pea i he ene e whiawhiki fō, na unuka teia he ene kau ako o nau pehe. Ko e potu lala eni, pea ko tei osi ai aho. Ko ia, ke tukuange kakai, ke nau alu, ke ngahi vilisi, o whakatau ha nau mea tokoni. Ka pehe e sisu, kia tiki nau tolu. Koe uma a e nau alu. Ange ku mau tolu. Hanau mea kai. Ko ngā whakaosi o i talanoa. Pea ko nau fuu mā kona. Pea ne pehe kene kau ako. Mou tānaki a ngahi ma paki i mā o ku toe. Ke oua na mau hamea. Tau ngata mi ai. ke tau lotu. Tua mafi, ai a Fiona, koe tu i o taimi mo i tāniti, whi tau laloa o a Fio, ka ke mau atu ai mau hu me mau whakawhetai, whai me olungana hau mau whakau mo mau whakakato, mau kore kato angai miani, he huafa ho aloko sisu Christ ko mau eiki, ka ko mau whakamo ui, amen.
Thank you, Reverend Sekela Fatafili, for the opening prayer. To officially open today's ceremony, it is my pleasure to invite the acting CEO of the ministry, Sandra D. Fita, to please deliver the welcoming remarks, and to be followed by a brief introduction of MTED HACCP certification project to be delivered by Tevita Lautaha, Farmer Plus Country Manager, Tonga.
Tapu moi, awhia ai o toa mafi, i ho tau lotonga. Ko le keu whamalmalo atu pehe tala whakatapu, ho tau whonua. Ka tā keu whakakakato, ai whatongia, ko e lea talitali o e whiawhini. Ke whafofonga i ai potunga aue, whi whakatau aki mo e langa whakalakalaka, whaekonomika, i he peo kalama, o tau whakatahataha mai ai i ahoni. Guest of Honour, Honourable Kapelieli Lanumata, the Minister for Trade and Economic Development, His Excellency Craig Bradley, the Australian High Commissioner, His Excellency Matthew Howell, New Zealand High Commissioner, President of the Tonga Chamber of Commerce, Sam Vea, distinguished representatives from government ministries, private sector, district officers and town officers, and representatives of the Farmers' Council from the Eastern District of Tongatapu, particularly Tongatapu number 8 and number 9 and 10. It's my privilege and pleasure to deliver the welcoming remarks from the Ministry of Trade and Economic Development in my capacity as the acting CEO on this momentous occasion. Distinguished guests, today's handover ceremony of HACCP Certificate of Lapaha, Packhouse, marks a milestone achievement not just for government but for Tonga in our collective efforts to improve and strengthen the export of agricultural products and value-added products to the international market. This initiative was the dream of the ministry since 2021, when Lapaha Packhouse was commissioned by His Serene Highness, the Prince Kalaniuvalu Fotofili, and it's finally becoming a reality. For this, we acknowledge and thank the Farmer Plus and the Kingdom of Tonga for the funding opportunity and willingness to work with MTED on this initiative to support our agricultural sector. The HACCP certification of Lapaha Packhouse was divided into 2 phases. The first phase was funded by the Farmer Plus through the recruitment of internal auditor, Quality Solutions, a Tongan-owned business based in Vanuatu, and external auditors, HACCP Australia, from Australia. The second phase of the project was funded by the Government of Tonga through the ministry to address the identified gaps recommended by the internal audit, through the ministry by the internal audit in the export supply chain to ensure the hazards are eliminated or associated risks are reduced. This includes major renovations to the facility, improvement in the water filtration system and water drainage system, lighting, purchasing of new tools and equipment for the Packhouse. This initiative will bring great impact on trade, on our export and our economic development. It guarantees food safety and quality assurance of our agricultural products exported to New Zealand and Australia for consumption by consumers in the international market. The ministry is committed to ensure the Lapaha Packhouse is fully operational. together the needs and growers in the exporting of fresh agricultural produce to New Zealand and Australia. In addition, I'm pleased to inform that the Ministry is planning to expand its product line to include exports of frozen and root crops to New Zealand and Australia. The expansion of the product line to export of frozen fruit crops requires investment on glass freezer, packaging materials, and appropriate labeling to meet the market requirements. The Ministry is willing to invest given the impact of this initiative to the economic development of Tonga. Guests of honor and distinguished guests, Lapaha Packhouse is available for growers and exporters who are engaged in exporting to process, pack, load, and dispatch its consignment ready to export to Koinsalo Wharf and onwards. The Ministry is bringing agricultural products from Ewa for processing and packing at Lapaha Packhouse for exporting to New Zealand and Australia, and is committed to ensure full utilization of the Packhouse to meet its objectives. We have with us this morning a few representatives from the growers of Eastern District, particularly from Tongatapu 9 and 10, to witness the work completed to date. We hope that the HACCP certification of Lapaha Packhouse will help to increase volume mix of exports of root crops and watermelon to New Zealand and Australia and beyond in the near future. Finding markets may be challenging, but it's even more challenging trying to meet the market requirements and standards for exports to New Zealand and Australia. With HACCP certification, this guarantees food safety and quality assurance to the market. On behalf of the Minister and the CEO for Ministry of Trade and Economic Development, we welcome you all and also extend our appreciation to Farmer Plus and key host stakeholders for bringing this dream to life. Thank you all, and I look forward to more success stories from Lapaha Packhouse in the near future. Malo Albito.
Tapu fio e to mafi ho tau lotolotonga e ke o koli ufanga te ngahi talafa fata pakato no to pe ko ocean of fak me boali kata mo mo ke fai e talango fua ki he fatongia ko kalama a koin ko koli pe ke fatula wa to ka nga ki pe mo e lefa britania he ku fahoa. Minister for Trade and Economic Development, Honorable Kapelieli Lanumata, Your Excellency Brett Badley, the Australian High Commissioner to Tonga, Your Excellency Matthew Howell, the New Zealand High Commissioner to Tonga, Acting CEO for the Ministry of Trade and Economic Development, Central Fifita, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor to be here today as part of this celebration. I have been tasked specifically to provide a brief introduction on the Ministry of Trade and Economic Development HACCP certification project, the initiative that has paved the way for this momentous occasion. The HACCP certification project, also known as the Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point, was developed under the current Farmer Plus Phase 2 program, specifically within the biosecurity, quality, and standard activities of the Tonga portfolio. This project is in response to an assessment conducted by the program back in November 2022, during the year of the first year of the current phase of Farmer Plus, which highlighted challenges faced by some of Tonga's leading agricultural exporters in areas that includes post-harvesting, processing, and packing. Majority of the agri-food exporter or the agricultural food exporters in Tonga that includes lacks the basic facilities to process and to comply with international food standards required by the export markets. Some of these exporters operate without a dedicated packhouse, while others they have limited access to packing areas. Only a few of these exporters have invested in building their own packhouses. And even those packhouses, those with a packhouse still lack the necessary processing and packing equipment, or their facilities may be incomplete, leading to gaps and non-conformities with HACCP standards. HACCP, in essence, refers to the procedures implemented to ensure that produce and processing of food is safe for consumption. These procedures form a food safety management system which founded on the principle of HACCP. So HACCP-based food control system is demanded by most of the formal export markets as the way to effectively assure the safety of the food that they are importing. The MTED Packhouse was found to be one of the few newly constructed packhouses equipped with some of the essential equipment and facilities for processing and packing of agricultural food products for export. At the time of the assessment, the packhouse was actively participating in processing and packing and exporting of products from small farm holders and small farmers from rural communities across Tonga. In the preliminary phases of the HACCP certification project for the military packhouse was started in 2023 and was continued until into 2024. This initial work involved the engaging of two companies to assist MTED with the HACCP certification process, as alluded to by the CEO. The first one is Quality Solution, which is a Vanuatu-based food safety advisory company owned by a Tonga national, Mr. Dion Palu. And the second one is HACCP Australia, which is a Sydney-based HACCP auditor and certification company. In June 2023, Quality Solution Food Safety Advisor performed a comprehensive gap analysis of the packhouse. And based on their assessment, they provided recommendations for key upgrades to the packhouse infrastructure and equipment. So in addition to that, they recommended also development of processes and procedures that includes the creation of a packhouse food safety plan, a plan which detailed the management responsibilities and standard operating procedures, or SOP, for commodities that are processed and packed at the packhouse. Following the food safety advisor's recommendations, the military and the MTED team, with the assistance by the food advisor, procured and installed the necessary upgrades and equipment to ensure the packhouse operation is in compliance with food safety requirements, and this was made possible through funding provided by the Paula government and the Ministry of Trade and Economic Development. In March 2024, the MTED Packhouse was deemed ready for HACCP auditing. So therefore, HACCP Australia was subsequently engaged to conduct the initial desktop audit of the packhouse, and the report from this first desktop audit allowed MTED to further refine its packhouse procedures and ensure compliance with this HACCP standard. The MTED Packhouse was officially awarded fully HACCP certification by HACCP Australia back in October 2024, and this achievement follows the successful closure of all the non-conformities identified during the August 2024 site auditing. The MTED team, with the support of our food safety advisor and HACCP Australia, worked diligently to address these issues and successfully completed the HACCP certification process. Congratulations once again to the Ministry of Trade and Economic Development on the significant accomplishment, and I extend my commendations to all of you who had played a role in this success. Mahalo.
Thank you, Acting CEO. And also a big malo pito to David Lapaha, the Farmer Plus country manager at Tonga, and his team for their enduring commitment and support for the ministry on our journey to obtain a full HACCP certificate for Lapaha Packhouse. We are indeed grateful for your support. Our journey to obtain full HACCP certification for Lapaha Packhouse has been a challenging experience. It involves great attention to details, as alluded to by Devita, on food safety management processes, training of Packhouse staff, and also infrastructure improvements. With that, I would like to invite His Excellency Brett Batley, the Australian High Commissioner, to deliver the special remarks on behalf of the Government of Australia and New Zealand, the donor partners of Farmer Plus who funded this project.
Honourable Minister, Acting CEO, High Commissioner Howell, and the rest of our diplomatic corps, representatives from the Ministry of Trade and Economic Development, Tavita and the Farmer Plus team, members of the private sector, and especially the farmers that are here or that are listening, and to everyone. It's great to be back here, Minister, and congratulations on all the work that you've been doing over such a short period. Last financial year, in 23-24, Tonga exported more than 45 million banga worth of goods to Australia alone. 45 million. Of those, 4 of the top 5 commodities were related to fresh and prepared fruit and vegetable products. 4 out of 5, 80%. Is what we're talking about here today. That's why we're celebrating today. This is a special moment. And I'm sure those figures are similar for New Zealand. I couldn't agree more. It is about dreams coming true, about, and having a plan and a vision to make it happen. This is about increasing opportunities for agribusiness in Tonga. But it's also about increasing regional economic integration for all of us. And I know Australia and New Zealand want more interconnectedness between us all. During my recent calls with Minister Lanumata and also the Prime Minister, I've heard about the need for more investment in the private sector. It is a priority for this government. And that there's investment that should be driven by government through investments exactly like the one we're here celebrating today. As the acting CEO said, global markets are changing and there's greater emphasis on food safety and quality. And so meeting these international standards becomes essential. For Australia, for New Zealand, for Tonga, for Fiji, for everyone. We know that today's certification ensures that Tongan produce is competitive. And that's what this is about. Opportunity to make Tongan products competitive. It opens doors to new markets and trade opportunities it also builds confidence among international buyers. Confidence is everything in business. And it strengthens the reputation of Tonga's agricultural products. And I'm so pleased to hear that it's not just about tongatapu, products from Ewa will be used at the Packhouse. So by meeting these market demands, the Packhouse can achieve increased volume and increased value of exports. Now, I've got some bad news today. You're hearing it here first, I think. Minister? Speaking of exports, you may not be aware, but Fiji recently overtook Tonga as the largest exporter of kava to Australia by 2,000 kilograms. Nothing, but they're in front. So I think we need to commit today to getting back on top. I'm sure I would hate to see what the figures are for New Zealand, but let's hope that Tonga's still on top in New Zealand. We know that agriculture is the backbone to so many Tongan communities, and it's similar in Australia and New Zealand. This project helps create jobs. That's what we both want to support. This is about creating jobs, increasing household incomes, and providing new opportunities for farmers, processors, and for exporters. And that's why Australia and New Zealand continues to invest in key industries that drive economic growth. You talked about the port, the Queenstown port, that's one. But we're also looking at tourism and skills development and other areas that support economic growth. Minister, thank you and your team at the Ministry for leading this effort. And the teams, I'm no doubt people that have left. This has been a long effort over several years. It's one that Australia and New Zealand is very proud to support, and we hope it does make a big difference. Thanks also to the Farmer Plus team and your regional experience and guidance that's been critical to this. The ability to learn across different countries in our region is essential. And of course, to High Commissioner Howland and his team for being a co-funding partner. And it's great that you're here and that we're all marking this together. The partnership highlights what can be achieved when government, industry and donor partners work together towards a shared development goal. I look forward to more and more projects like this one that continue to grow Tonga's economy. And I know Matt, when he's in New Zealand, he'll be looking for for Tongan watermelons at Pack and Save. And when I'm in Australia, I'll be looking for Tongan watermelons or coconuts at Woolies. And I hope you do too, and you see lots of them. Thank you.
Thank you to His Excellency Brett Batley for providing us with such valuable insights. The collaborative efforts that we established over the years through Farmer Plus has enabled the Ministry to successfully complete this project, and Lapaha Packhouse is now fully HACCP certified. Guest of honor and distinguished guests, the Ministry is excited to take you on a virtual tour to Lapaha Packhouse. With HACCP certification, this short video will show the export processes at Lapaha Packhouse, from receival of agricultural produce from the field, to processing, to packing, and to dispatching of the consignment from the packhouse to Queenstown Wharf.
Mahalo Lele and welcome to Lapaha Packhouse. Our facility is designed to meet the highest international standards. With state-of-the-art storage solutions and strict hygiene protocols, we prioritize efficiency, food safety, and compliance with global regulations. Our HACCP process begins the moment the produce arrives from the fields and continues through processing, packing, loading, and dispatching. A top priority is preventing the spread of insects, fruit flies, viruses, plant diseases, and excessive soil. Simply put, eliminate the hazard, reduce the risk. Beyond quality control, we continuously enhance our operations. Our newly installed cabinets provide dedicated storage for packing materials, ensuring a well-organized, efficient and hygienic workspace. From farm to export, our mission remains the same, delivering fresh, high-quality produce to consumers while upholding the highest industry standards.
Now we arrive at the highlights of today's event, the official handover of the HACCP certificate. This achievement reflects our collective commitment to upholding the highest food safety standards and expanding market opportunities for Tonga. I now invite His Excellency Brett Batley to please hand over the HACCP certificate of Lapaha Packhouse to the Minister of Trade and Economic Development, Honourable Kapila Mata. Let us all witness this proud moment. It is my pleasure to introduce and invite the keynote speaker, Honourable Kapila Mata, Minister for Trade and Economic Development, to deliver the keynote speech. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Honourable Minister.
Peke whatap ke awhia e tō tai atoa tau lototong. Whatap pe mo e tamaka tupo wono. Peke taine kuinio whenau Tonga. E tamapiri nis kalauni, pa peke whale hoa mo off. Tap ke eik pale mia. Peke oik me mip, kabinete ne awhio. Tap ke eik sea whale alea. Peke oik me mip a whale alea Tonga. Whatap ke ngo hai komisyon au tau kau whatahain e hoa koeni. Whatap atu ke a whike ila. Pea mo hou eiki. A pehe ke haa whakalunga anga oini whanua. Whatap atu ke mo CEO o Ngāwe. A pehe fo ke CEO e MEF tau kau whatahain. CMVA pea me he Chamber of Commerce. Pe foki e ongo pune whawai, waenga tonga tapu hiwa, pe foki e tonga tapu ongo fulu. Tapat ke kau ngoue, kau whatai ne o koen, pe tapu mo e whawa mana wha, kai ata mo ke whenga maare ko nike. Tongia te whatongia ko wheke iso toki whangiangi. Tau whawhetai be mo ke tu e langi uke I whonga ola pene o wha. Tau tu e au sia e hau whakoloa koen. Ako tūko e whawhetai anga pe e whiawhini. Mō whalaolao taimi ka mō mea mege whakaola e. Whotūtū koen e whakahauka e potu ngau e whakatawa ki mo e langa whalakalaka whaekonomika. Ako kau ngā kawat pepe mo e lea ne whakahauko I e CEO leo e Centra. Kau ngā tātai lele ki mōtō. Ki e potu ngau e hoa koen. Koe kau mea whaingo fua. Mo lolo mo mai whatongia ka mo mea mai ke tau kau ngā kau I hoa koen pako kole pe mua ke hoko atu I he lea whakapipilitania kau ngā pe koe tau kau whakawhi koe aku mea. Members of the Diplomatic Corps, Your Excellency Brett Batley from the Australian High Commission, Excellency Matthew Howell from the New Zealand High Commissioner, representatives from government ministries and CEOs, Sam Vere from Chamber of Commerce, representatives from our private sector, Reverend Fikaila Fotofili, Sotevita Lautaha from Farmer Plus, our district officers, town officers, our representatives from the Farmers Council, from the Eastern District of Tonga Tapu, not only Tonga Tapu number 9, but also Tonga Tapu constituency number 10. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor to welcome you today as we celebrate a significant milestone, the handover of the HACCP certificate of Lapaha Packhouse. This achievement is a reflection of our collective dedication to strengthening food safety standard, improving market access, and ensuring the quality and competitiveness of Tonga's agriculture and food products in the international market. HACCP is a food safety program designed to eliminate hazard or reduce the risk to ensure food are safe for consumption. Food safety reduces the risk of disease and death caused by unsafe food consumption. Food safety for businesses is the foundation of consumer trust, trade, and economic growth. HACCP certification ensures that the food we produce, we process, and export is safe for consumers in meeting international standard and requirements. The Ministry of Trade and Economic Development have been instrumental supporting this project from the beginning. The funding of the Lapaha Packhouse was first approved by the Ministry of Trade and Economic Development and the Ministry of Finance for construction in the first quarter of the financial year 2020-2021, with a total cost of approximately over 1 million Tongan baht. And it was commissioned by His Serene Highness Prince Kalanival Fotofili in November 2021. Why is today significant? Firstly, the HACCP district is the biggest supplier of agricultural food for Tonga. Why do I say that? Because I'm a smallholder farmer myself from HACCP. Having a backhouse in this location will ensure that our farmers and exporters will have easy access to certification, open doors to premium international markets, allowing farmers to receive better prices for their products, strengthening economic stability for families and for all Tonga. Secondly, this certification enhances Tonga's reputation as a reliable supplier of safe and high-quality food products, making our export more competitive in the global markets with a reputation as a trusted trading partner. The ministry has supported more than 620 growers across Tonga in the last 3 years. We have seen how exporting agricultural products transform lives, such as one grower exporting produce support approximately 10 families and households, from hiring laborers to create new economic opportunities in their communities. And it's good to know that, like His Excellency was saying, that Fiji overtook Tonga on exporting kava to Australia. And it's good to know that us here in the ministry will try and pick up the pace on that initiative. This HACCP certification is more than just a milestone. It's a commitment to continuous improvement. It must be renewed every year by the ministry and will ensure that all necessary steps are taken to maintain compliance and secure ratification. Moving forward, the ministry is committed to supporting the Lapaha Packhouse as they move to export. We are also planning to establish more packhouses in other islands such as EU, as you were saying, Your Excellency. This accomplishment would not have been possible without the collaborative efforts of key stakeholders. I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to the Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Forest for their steadfast commitment to working alongside with us in achieving this goal. Their expertise and leadership in this agriculture sector have been instrumental in guiding this whole process. A special acknowledgement to the Government of New Zealand, represented today by Their Excellencies, also Government of Australia. Thank you for your continuous support and investment in Tonga trade and agricultural development. Your contribution have strengthened our capacity to meet the global standard. And it's a wow for me personally, knowing 45 million, as you were mentioned earlier, on the export. And I think that's what we're trying to promote here. Try to promote our exports, not only to New Zealand, but to Australia. And we need to work on our balance of trade. I would also like to acknowledge Farmer Plus, our country manager David Lapaha, for their instrumental role in supporting food safety initiative and also capacity building efforts. Your commitment to enhancing food safety system in the Pacific play a key role in today's achievement and continues to open doors for Tongans, producers and exporters in regional and global markets. I would also like to acknowledge the dedication and commitment from our growers and farmers, especially Tonga Tapu 9 and number 10. Lapaha Packhouse is now fully HACCP certified, so this is for you and your families back in the east side. That's where I'm from. Once again, thank you, Reverend Fekeila, for being with us here today. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister, for your continued leadership and support on this project. Our official program has now come to an end. As we conclude this important milestone, I would like to invite Sosifa Lampeti, the District Officer of Tonga Tapu Hongofulu, to please deliver the word of thanks and officially close the ceremony.
Kore ke u hoko toi pe ngai tala fatap ko oso no afaket me muani ka ta mau ke fanga mari ko ni fa hoko to hakile fa malo no to honga ia mon ke te montol I tau programa ko ia fa hoko ye ahoni. I would like to begin by thanking our Heavenly Father for this beautiful day, allowing us to gather together here in this beautiful conference room of the Ministry of Labour. We Tongans often say, koe koloa ai Tonga, koe whakamalo. A Tongan treasure is a heart full of gratitude and appreciation. I would like to thank you, the Australian High Commissioner, His Excellency Brett Bedley, for your continued support to Tonga and the people of Lapaha District. I would also like to thank you, His Excellency Matthew Howell, the New Zealand High Commissioner, for your support as well. On behalf of the Lapaha District, I would wish to convey our heartfelt gratitude to all for your generous contribution that will bless many of our farmers and then to their families in not only the district or throughout Tonga and the other island. We thank you for your country, for your help, and we are grateful for the long-standing friendship between our country, and I hope for this relationship will continue on for last long. Lastly, I would like to thank our own Honourable Kapelieri Lanmata, the Minister of Labour, and not only that, but he is the Member of Parliament for Lapaha District, and for his dedication and your effort to improve the resilience and economic development and well-being. I thank you, your Minister, for your effort. As the newly appointed Minister of Labour, we are excited, Kapelieri, to see all the effort that you have been promoted a few years ago in Lapaha District, that not only you're going to help the district, but throughout Tonga. And today we had witnessed a part of your effort today program. The Lapaha Packhouse HACCP symbolized a new beginning not only for Tonga, but especially for Lapaha District. The Packhouse will allow and hard-working farmer to earn more money for their family. And throughout the next few years, you will witness we will be earning more farmers, earning more growers as we have this program today. In conclude my word for today, I would like to give you my word. Thank you so much for all those who have been part of this journey to allow Lapaha Packhouse to have this new journey throughout farmers program. Ko atu ne fa malolo to honga ia mon ke te motol ko to ape e kau nga kau fata ke lava ke tau whakakato e programa ko ni pe lava ke hoko e whare peki ko ia Lapaha Packhouse ko mai le fo o ia ki tongani kau whaamu peke hoko pe hea to i peke ngahi wahenga ke tau taktahana fo mau pe ho tau wahenga ke te mo te a o ngi ho mau wahenga pe pe he ku whamalo la hea tu ke peke whai whekau ke pehe ke te ki motol ko toa peka peke patunga aue ko ia e minista whatau nge peke to e hoko te tau whengau e aki i hangai programa ke malo apito.
Before we conclude, let us seek his blessings for continued successful closing prayer to be delivered by Reverend Fikaila.
Whamore atu ke pure katoanga tataki programa whai haki mau programa te ke whai tau lotu tuku koe pime koe whakama opo koe whakama loe ku whai ia pure whakawahe wahe Lapaha whai ki whakama opo tau whawhetai ko toa peke o tua. Koe ki whamaa popo peheni, koe whare peki koe ni. O koe kato whare peki ni, uwhanga whatapu. I Lapaha. Nai whare peki, nai tauhi e Tonga, uwhanga whatapu tapu e mo eki minista. Ko Tonga, koe whare wha, ono whatongia. Koe tānaki mo tauhi e koloa, ke tauhi a ke fuu, empire Tonga. Koe hunga nai toka fuoloa ai, ai hau e whanua whiu me ta whitunga tupu I loto mua. Koe whare peki nei ui, ko pare a mahu. Mo tok whae ke peki a Tonga, tu whamane more be e mista, whie mata mua. Ka koe whare peki ia, na ne tauhi, ai empire Tonga, he kuonga, na e toka e hau I loto mua. Whawhita I gonu uto e whoki mai. Ai whare peki ki loto mua. Whamaro atu, he whakakoloa ko toa beku o whai. Tawangi ki o toa mafi, ke whakamanu ia mai ai whare pekini, ke ne hoko ko a pare a mahu, ki Tonga, he kahauna. Ke tau whakaosi. Tawangi ke hoko ai whareni, ko e pare a mahu o ono pōni, koe whare hufanga ke kau whaa o Tonga. Koe mau huia, moi mau lotu. Pea koe keresi, a tau eki ko sisu kalaisi. O whalahe tua ko tamai whehmi lau maari maani oni. Ke eki ministae mo potu ngawe. Hai komisiona. Mok mau tolu ko toa peo, whai peo tae ngata. Pea tae ngata. Amen.
No.